And in disturbing news today, Starbucks has made the shocking business decision to open up 1,000 new stores as close as possible to orphanages around the world. The decision was reached after a meeting which took a closer look at the meteoric rise in revenue in one of their stores that is right next to the city orphanage. We now have with us the CEO. So we actually bought the space because it was prime real estate, being in one of the commercial hotspots of the city, but it was also rather cheap, seeing as all the previous shops had gone bust. Why do you think that was the case? Well, I suppose it's quite hard to spend money in a store and come out to look at an orphanage and realize how people less fortunate than you would have spent the $150 that you burned on a pair of shoes. Right. And how come your store doesn't have that problem? Well, that's because the orphanage is our consumer base. Turns out you can fill the hole of your parents' absence in your heart with a hot, expensive cuppa. Are you suggesting that your coffee actually fulfills certain emotional needs? Well, it's not just the coffee, you see. We slowly realized that a lot of these kids, what they were really deprived of was somebody calling their name. And our baristas seem to fulfill that need. And our coffee's all right too, though I wouldn't pay half the price we charge for it. So all we had to do was train our baristas to say their name like they actually cared, and sales went through the roof. How do you feel about what you've accomplished here? Well, I feel glad. Glad to report that 85% of the orphans in that orphanage spend 100% of their monthly allowance on one pumpkin spice frappuccino and a barista calling their name with contrived endearment. Do you not find it unethical to exploit the emotional needs of these children for your profits? You say exploit, I say fulfill. Oh, so you're just fulfilling emotional needs and making a profit? Exactly. I'll tell you what, that sounds a lot like what For No Source News, this is Harris reporting from a world that's just about ready for the rapture.